Hello, Taurus, for another timeless reading of yours. I do call these readings a love variant reading. However, what brings you here may offer something for you, okay? The love variant reading discusses anything and however love may be present or even absent in your life. And just subtly use your discernment to take all of that which belongs to you and to leave the rest behind. To know that feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific. And also that I am a master healer. I am Master Seventh who reads these energies of yours. I do have 2 channels that are slowly, methodically, and for some time now have been in somewhat of a slow progression. However, all the content is timeless. I know it can become somewhat boring to go back in time and look at content. However, should any of that be of interest for you in any more ways, in any way, feel free to do so, okay? Also in the description box is information how to get in contact with me, since I do provide any type of reading from shadow aspects to light readings, as well as remote healing sessions. Alrighty. Who did I say I was starting this for? Hello. Oh, hello there, Taurus. What's up? What's up? What's up? Alright, Taurus. This reading could provide universal justice should you be here in Taurus, being in your sun, rising, and or Jupiter position. However, if you are in search of emotional redemption or do not know if you are, check out my sister channel, especially if you're Taurus, if you are a Taurus in your moon, Mercury, and or Venus position. All right, we're starting off here with the Knight of Cups. I felt a lot of hiccups here doing this little bit of an intro. This hiccup is just coming from timidness, anxiousness, and a lot of fear, all right? There's a lot of fear here creeping up into the reading. I don't really like it. It feels like some of y'all are trying to figure out how to protect your energy because you're getting psychic attacks, all right? You're getting attacked by maybe some other witches. Yeah, I want to see your downfall. All right, we have the Empress card here. All right, so yeah, we have some Battle of the Witches happening here. Feminine, masculine energies does not apply. But someone is using their emotions to try to dictate the power of themselves, which is a sin according to the universal justice of how 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗔𝗽 reads the energies, all right? Or controls these energies, should I say that, since I am Master Seventh who reads the energies for her. I would just like to address, however, that the idea of thinking that tarot provides sustenance to emotional beings is actually quite the contrary, especially not what this type of reading, any of my content that this channel provides. Emotional intelligence is required to understand how things are justifiable in one way or another. And sometimes when they're unjustifiable, we have a feeling. And then when they're justifiable, we have a feeling. The irony of when there are things that are unjustifiable, we have longer lingering feelings. They are more permanent. They're more translucent in the fact that we know exactly the problem of it, and we continuously are triggered in having them. Whereas where things are more justifiable and they offer a state of euphoria and a level of peace and a moment of time to just kind of accept the moment for what it is, we tend to forget it down the line because there's no emotion to remember the moment. It was filled to capacity of nothingness, and that nothingness provided a beautiful moment of time. And that's the difference between kind of in a layman's term understanding that universal justice and emotions don't see eye to eye. Again, especially not in the energies where I read and what I read for this channel. Y'all can try, but y'all gonna get, yeah, the devils are creeping out here. You can try, but it's not going to. Look at that, the Magician. All right, like I said, some of you are dabbling into the powers of that of which you think can create. But understand, you are also the Knight of Cups. You are not the King of Cups. You're not the Queen of Cups. You are the Knight. You're still figuring it out. All right, you're still on your very, very merry way. See this over here? You see this Tower card here? Yeah, I was just going to say someone's not happy. And who's not happy is 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗔𝗽. All right, she ain't not happy. All right, so I'm just going to try to ignore her a bit. Okay. Put an ego death into those emotions. All right. The ego needs to be pivoted from understanding why the narrative of emotions is so fucking loud for an individual. It's this constant nuanced thing, this constant toxic thing within a flesh that the consciousness is saying, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. But the only way it can probably like tell you is that a problem, and then it echoes into your brain, a problem to get rid of, or a problem to get rid of, or a problem. Like, you don't really know what to do with all these triggers, because that's the problem with emotions. Emotions trigger too many fucking possibilities. Queen of Cups is here. Death unto the Queen of Cups. Death unto the Queen of Cups. It doesn't mean, it's quite literally, it just means death unto the energy of the Queen of Cups. Simmer down. The emotions do not play a role with how you are either loved, cherished, or unconditionally loved by an individual. Because especially if you're focusing and anything resonates up to this point in point of the reading, you're still dealing with conditional things. You're still trying to make sense of conditional things by trying to understand whether or not unconditional thing is real. So if it's unconditional, it makes it difficult to believe in, but if it's conditional, you'd rather fight into the fight to make it a conditional situation because of those conditions. Do you hear the nuances of this shit? You don't want to believe in unconditional because showing up to that, it would make it too difficult to do so. But showing up with conditions and needing to uphold those conditions, you'd rather put a lot more effort and time and attendance to. That's the problem with the Queen of Cups energies. Trying to rationalize all these emotions with some certainty. It doesn't mean that there are no certainties to the way that the lady or the man or the gender or whatever of the Queen of Cups is rationalizing these energies. No. It's more of, now what is the outcome? And what do we do with this outcome? As a new opportunity to do something with. Queen of Wands. If any of this reading kind of like made sense to this point, it's to slowly maybe, and this may be a trigger warning for all y'all, or a trigger, so warning, that the energy of God is feminine. Okay? The energy of God is feminine. The energies that can tap into, that can tell you which is which and what gives you the resonancy, that it's Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Azrael, like Muhammad or Allah. I don't know what you call upon thee. But the energy that's giving you this information is feminine energy. The way it hits you is masculine energy. Now, some of you may have heard me before that I've said the energy that travels is masculine energy. The one that keeps it like sustainable, traveling is feminine energy. The world is a contradiction here. All right, feminine and masculine energy coexist at one time. Masculine and feminine energy coexist at one time. What doesn't coexist at one time is making sense of everything at one linear moment. Okay? So all of those cycles are being put together over time, over conversation, over experiences, over choices, over destiny, whether you believe in it or not, over conditional and unconditional love, whether you believe it or not. Whether you have fulfilled unconditional ways of being, whether you have family and unconditionally unraveled yourself in their existence to find out whatever you have found out, whether you mingle or fucks with your family or not. Like, there are so many nuanced ways to have a Homo sapien type of lifestyle. It all is permeating through you. However, all of that is feminine energy of the qualitative energy that has made you, because you have come from feminine energy. Feminine energy created thee. What pushed you past it to get from point A to Z is masculine energy. But what's keeping it sustainable to get from A 2Z is feminine energy. I hope it kind of makes sense a little bit, especially in the ego world, that I'm trying to deliver the goddamn message of how masculine energies of galaxy is feminine energy, about whatever. Alright, we're just gonna allow that cognitive dissonance to just boop, 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 bzzz. This is wild. Doing energy readings is fun. It's honestly fun, you know. 9 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So, have you made sense of it? No, it may not make sense, all right? Will it make sense in 3 years' time? Who the fuck do I know, all right? Will it make sense yesterday? No, because yesterday came and went. But can we make and bring sense to yesterday? Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, we fucking can do. And that's to understand how time moves and functions, you know. Even if there are no contradictions. 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 Probably the title of the reading. Contradictions. Because these energies are wild, man. Just slapping all these type of cards out of my hand. Some of you need to be reminded that while you're going through a spiritual journey, no matter what kind of saints and archangels you call upon thee or whatever, everything happens through you, all right? Good intention or bad intention via the light forms that's talking to you, it's all coming through you. It cannot be executed without the power of you, okay? Whether you subconsciously remember or consciously remember, that's a whole different personal inquiry. But everything is still being used of you. So to get in control of that narrative that you are the one in control is the biggest sense of responsibility that you can uphold in having any type of journey in this life. It is you, yours, and whatever. Anything extra, you allow. You allow anything extra. Anything extra that you want to show up to or not show up to, you give consent to or not. And if there's a confusion of when you've given consent in one moment and not, and something comes in and kind of like takes over, that is, again, a nuanced personal situation that your subconscious also overrid. It has overwritten and said, this person is allowed to experience that. It's a big truth pill to even try to open up mouth and swallow. Okay, so this could be a lot about cognitive dissonance here, this reading. That's why it's probably going to be labeled contradictions. All right, justice. Part of the contradictions. I mean, universal justice came out to fucking play. Anyone who understands 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗔𝗽 energy or the derivatives of 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗔𝗽 energy understands she came out to fucking play. And she will always come out to fucking play. All right? Whether it's being the curious kitty and the fucking thoughts of your thoughts. Oh man. Anyway, I'm just gonna let that go because there was a joke that was gonna come out and I just don't want to say it. So, yeah, Taurus. Leo's energy is very loud in this reading. I hope I didn't say Leo to say like, oh Leo, this is your reading, but Leo energy is very loud in this reading. Take it or leave it. There's a lot of like yucky energy coming through, like disinterest. Like someone is not interested in these individuals that are in your life. You're just not entertained. All right, you're like, fuck it. Leave me the fuck alone. Excuse me. That looks like the 8 of Pentacles. What is that? Oh, 7 of Pentacles. I mean, a lot of like earth energy here. All right. But where earth energy has been used in the beginning of the reading to kind of bring confusion onto the world. Earth energy is here to say you are of Earth, you are grounded, nothing can come and penetrate you in your existence of negativity, all right? It's about owning up your negativity so that the negative that pings in your antenna of existence, of your consciousness that has been expanded or trying to ping you to want to understand, things need to be addressed is the point here, all right? And things can only be addressed via the one who wants to pay attention to it. So whether it's somebody else who knows you, wants to get to know you in the secrets of their life, and they have never met you in flesh, and being able to see you because you crossed paths with them over your past life or in their past life, I mean, that's a whole nother, again, this is not a personal motherfucking reading, but there are a lot of fucking possibilities overlapping here, all right? And if this shit rings true, you gotta book a personal reading. I mean, like, just make contact if you want, okay? But a narrative that I do see here, I will say this. Those of you who consciously tapped into like plethora of timeline, like astral travel and all that shit, you've accumulated like cosmic karma, all right? Cosmic karma for having traveled, all right? You've pissed off a lot of individuals who can also cosmic travel, all right? Having done so is one thing. Doing it is it's not a bad thing. There's no penalty in having done so. The penalty is in this waking life, in this flesh, being a quote-unquote normal person. That's the motherfucking penalty, all right? Understanding it from that level allows you to understand what things to show up to and what things to ignore. Because if you can travel dimensionally, why are you so in need and trying to protect your energy here? You don't have to protect your energy here. You can already travel vastly. The issue is the comic dust of shit that's picked up along the way because of the people and the individuals that you meet in other timelines that have yet maybe to make cross paths here on this timeline, all right? So that's only really what's truly happening to you. But in order to make sense of some of that, some of you want to, quote unquote, protect your environment, which, yes, makes sense because you need to, yes, put yourself in a realm of position of control via awareness. Doing that is allowing you to be very picky, make a list, check off the boxes, do this, do that. However, it does not include hiring a fucking medium, paying them some money, and asking them to fucking do candle work on you in the private lives of their life. I am so against it. All right, that doesn't mean I won't light a fucking candle for y'all. That's not what I mean. It means that you do not pay someone to do some work that you do not get to know about. The fuck is that? That's a high level of trust that person of a medium should know they cannot fulfill. Because if that person has trust issues and that person is doing magical work in the comforts of their own zone and the other person never gets to see about it, they're feeding their trust issues because they don't know what the fuck is going on. But they have faith and hope. And faith and hope doesn't pay your bills. And faith and hope doesn't faithfully put hope in anything. And hope doesn't put faith into anything, okay? They're quote-unquote useless things. They romanticize life, but they're useless in the functioning of things, okay? And that gets very brutal. Sorry that I've done that to someone, but that's just the way that the game unfolds in certain times of readings. All right, moving right along. Taurus. I did see the higher font here at the bottom of the other deck here, but that's bottom of the deck energy. Bottom of the deck energy. I'm not interested in that shit. I'm not interested. Bottom of the deck. The Weaver, rediscovery, transition. Yeah. Your ultimate control of your life, mind's eye. Some of you have your mind's eye is bad. It's open. It's like permanently open for the majority of all. Like, you know how to keep that shit open. You know how to dance from the ether of beyond to now. I said that earlier. Astral traveling in here, but you're worrying about like just strange things here. Ugh. I'm not gonna do it again. All right. So, the runaway, secrets running from problems. The patron, mentorship, finances. All right. I'm being told to leave the messages where they are. Taurus, I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Again, check out my description box below if you'd like to make contact of some kind. Take care.